There's an old saying you probably heard as a kid. You are what you eat. According to this statement, most people would be a conglomerate of added sugar, fat, and sadness. When inquired further, people tend to say they don't have the time to eat healthier or don't have enough money to do so. If they knew how easy and transformative the process truly was, however, the leaps and bounds they can make as human beings would be truly extraordinary. What is up, YouTube? For those of you who are new here, my name is Aidan Helfant. I am an upcoming freshman Cornell student who makes videos on all sorts of things. I like to help people make their own journey through life by sharing the various things I've learned over the course of mine. Hopefully through the process, we can all come out as happier, healthier, and more fulfilled people. Today we're going to be taking a deeper look into nutrition and more specifically what our food is made up of. I plan to make this a series of videos in which we delve deeper into aspects of what our food is made up of and how we can change our lives by making healthier choices. It's truly remarkable how much eating healthier can change the rest of your life. Most people have like a basic knowledge of diet and eating healthy in general. They assume that eating healthy requires a ton of money and effort, however. The windows of opportunity that open from having a healthy relationship with food are truly remarkable. For the first episode in this series, we'll simply be taking a look into the main macronutrients that make up our food, with subsequent episodes going into other macronutrients, as well as how we can try and make a conscious effort to eat healthier. Macronutrients are inside every food we eat. They provide energy people need to perform daily tasks, and each play a role in regulating key processes in the body. The three main macronutrients are carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, which can be split into further subcategories. Carbohydrates are the main energy source of the body. For every gram of carbohydrates, about 4 calories can be extracted. Since glucose is the main monomer of glycogen, it's not surprising that carbohydrates serve as such a critical role in energy production. Carbohydrates can be further broken down into simple and complex carbohydrates. Simple carbohydrates are incredibly easy for your body to break down and metabolize for food. They contain 1 or 2 sugar molecules and are found in items that are usually sweet, such as honey, table sugar, syrup, agave nectar, molasses, milk, yogurt, and fruit. While fruit does contain a natural monosaccharide very similar to glucose called fructose, it comes with the added benefit of a plethora of minerals and vitamins, phytochemicals, and fiber. This means unlike most simple carbohydrates, it does not spike your blood glucose levels, which is definitely a good thing in fruit's behavior. Complex carbohydrates generally take more time for your body to break down. They are long strands of sugar molecules strung together and typically have a savory taste. They're found in foods such as starches and grains, rice, pasta, bread, and starchy vegetables, potatoes, peas, and corn. Other plant-based foods such as non-starchy vegetables, beans, nuts, and seeds contain carbohydrates, but in lower amounts. Complex carbohydrates normally contain fiber unless they have been processed. Fiber, when combined with other macronutrients, due to the fact that it cannot be absorbed by the GI tract, makes it much slower of a digesting thing in your stomach. Proteins allow your body to grow, build hair tissue, and protect lean body mass. Protein is composed of amino acids. There are 2 types of amino acids, non-essential and essential amino acids. Non-essential amino acids are not required to be consumed through the diet, as your body can actually make these. Essential amino acids are required through your diet. They can either be used on their own, or in some cases they're transformed into a non-essential amino acid. Protein-rich foods include meat, poultry, fish, eggs, milk, cheese, or other types of animal byproduct foods. These protein sources contain all of your essential amino acids. This does not mean you have to eat animal foods to be healthy. You can get proper amino acids from eating a variety of foods such as beans, lentils, nuts, seeds, and soy, as well as lower amounts in grain, vegetables, and fruits. It is important to note, however, that oftentimes these alternatives don't have the full amino acid content as seen in so many animal products like chicken breast and steak. Fats allow you to store energy, cushion organs, make certain hormones, absorb fat-soluble vitamins, and help with cell membrane integrity. There are 3 types of fats: trans fat, saturated fat, and unsaturated fat. Trans fat should be cut out of your diet. Most trans fat comes from hydrogenating or adding hydrogen molecules to unsaturated fats. This produces a hydrogenated oil. These can be found in margarine, shortening, baked goods, doughs, and fried foods. Trans fat raises your bad cholesterol and lowers your good cholesterol. If you see trans fat on the label, it should be avoided at all costs. Saturated fats do not have any bends caused by double bonds in the molecule because it is saturated in hydrogen molecules. In large amounts, saturated fat is known to increase cholesterol levels and can increase your risk for heart disease. Decreasing the amount of saturated fat in your diet can be really beneficial. Saturated fat is found mostly in animal sources with high fat contents such as fatty beef, lamb, pork, poultry with skin, lard, cream, butter, full-fat cheese, and dairy. The American Heart Association recommends 5 to 6% of your daily calories come from saturated fat. This means that if you need about 2,000 calories per day, only 120 of that should come from saturated fat. It is recommended that you decrease saturated fat intake and lead towards more healthy fats known as unsaturated fats. Unsaturated fat has at least one double bond, causing bends in the molecule. These are harder to stack and therefore are usually found in a liquid state at room temperature. The number of double bonds allows for the naming of unsaturated fats. Monounsaturated fats have one double bond, while polyunsaturated fats have multiple or many. These healthy fats originate from plant sources such as avocados, nuts, nut butters, you know how much I like nut butters, seeds, olives, and oils. They can also be found in animal sources such as fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines. Fat gets a bad reputation because it's the highest in calorie with 9 calories per gram instead of protein and carbohydrates 4. Now, of course, certain types of fat is not good for us, but if you can focus on the type of fat that is unsaturated or, monounsaturated, polyunsaturated fats like discussed before, then it's just really good for your diet. All right, so now that we know our food is made up in terms of macronutrients, this will be monumental going forward as we talk more and more about how each of these plays a key role in determining how we feel. In future playlists, we're gonna go more into detail on micronutrients as well as how we can start to become more mindful of what we eat and how we eat to get to our goals. Just like I said in the beginning, eating healthily does not only wonders for the physical body, but also has a plethora of mental benefits as well, which opens people up to focus on things they never thought themselves capable of. Implementing the other things I've talked about on this channel will be incredibly hard without a good, healthy diet already in place. All right, guys and gals, that is gonna wrap it up. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe if you got anything meaningful out of this video. If you haven't already, be sure to check out my recent videos on sleeping as well as learning to love failure. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and as always, bye-bye.